Okay, so this is our season 2, I guess now, because season 1 was our campaign and it was good. I enjoyed playing it, but because of the new DLC, I would like to start a brand new game. Um what I want to put on top of this is going to be the easiest game in the world, primarily because what I want this for is more of just to have fun and build a big city. That's it. Big city, nothing else really though. Just making a huge city and making it beautiful and all that. So that's what this all is. Nothing too crazy. It's surprisingly easy if you look at the things, but that's mainly because there's no characters and I have this guy disabled because he's a pain to do reputation with. Other than that, this is our name. He's a German commander. Looked cool, fun name. So let's start, because I can't wait to get back into this game. This will be our primary content for a while, but that's besides the point. Let's get off with the first thing. It's been what now? A month and 6 days since I last posted a video. Well, actually, for you guys, a month and seven days, because I am recording this just a day in advance. But yeah, so it has been definitely a while, but we're back. Okay, so we're in the game. First thing I want to do is I want to slow the game down. This doesn't do anything, but it's just good practice. So let's go find the other three islands. So here's one of them. There's 3 other islands with oils. Here's the other. So we have 1, 2, 3. So let's look. If I go here, put port here, have direct trade easily, and then have another island here for supplementing trade, and supplementing trade. We're also fairly close to the AIs, and then she is pretty far out because we won't have trade rights with her right away, so we'll be at not war, but not peace. So let's go claim this island. Get our other island up, because that's what I want to do first thing, is just so I have that base set plan. Alrighty, we're off to a great start already. So if we look at this, looking down at our wonderful city, we are, I don't know, I have to figure out a plan for this. So these islands aren't that big, but really the old world is basically just going to be used for getting to Cape, because that's where I want to build my main city, is in Cape. So what I want to do, I don't know if this is possible, but I still want to do it, is I want to just have the bare minimum. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pull up a little, you guys won't be able to see this, but I'll probably get a photo of it. In my off time, I made a spreadsheet to do math for this game. And when I say math, like, you punch in, it will do a lot of stuff for you. So obviously you guys won't be able to see this right away. So let's, so yeah, I won't show this in the video right yet because it's not done. But what I want to do is I want to use that for the bare minimum resource. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, that was cool. New game sounds. So I'm going to cut away to a quick time lapse of me just setting up some basic production on this island. Probably won't get through all of Farmers, but just knock it out real fast, because I know you guys don't want to see that, and it's going to take a while, and I want to keep these episodes relatively short. So I will be back in a few minutes with that. from that, I mean, possibly fairly long time lapse. But what that all was just us basically just speedrunning from farmers to artisans to just get them done. Because if we have them done, then we head out to Cape. I basically don't ever want to have to come to the old world. Knowing that, I probably will have to come here from time to time. Let me just find these stray dogs, though, because this might give us something useful. If you did see, though, in the time-lapse we did do, I did call Paloma for some items. That's how we have this much money. It's just a little cheeky way that I do to get money if I'm out of it. But, I mean, speaking of that, I will probably do this off camera. So let's collect these guys. Oh, cool, 20 wool. But if we go here and we open up the Grand Gallery, you buy items here. I have 399 tickets. And Bruno, this is the guy I want, because he gives you steam motors and heavy weapons, advanced weapons, for making sewing machines. So let's buy one of him. We won't need her. We won't need her. We need that. Let's see what other items we're gonna need. Loading speed, cargo slowdown. We don't have airships. We're not gonna have those for a while. Fur dealer. This is one I want because in Cape there's a lot of extra iron, and then I don't have to go to the new world at all at first, which saves us some time. Cannery. So goulash building processes pigs. I will take that. Cigar factory. So wood. So wood veneers process timber. Sure. Let's see. Well, we already fixed that. Tortilla. What's this? Don't know. Anybody, just that guy. Because I don't need any more skins or portraits or ornaments. Actually, let's see. What ornaments could I get? Graves? I don't think we need graves. So then let's go back to our game. And then let's jump. What's this? What's this item? Oh, it's wool. Then let's jump here and let's call Paloma.
I'm already airborne.
So one thing I am going to do, if you noticed, our guy is a German commander. Admiral... I have no idea how to say it because I'm not German. But I'm just going to call him Admiral. So he's a German commander, and because I just like this, let's play around with this. So let's say, because Crown Falls will be our capital, right? Crown Falls is now Berlin. Is that how you spell it? I have it open on my side. Yes, that is how you spell it. Haha. So let's start with that. I mean, I do know some German ships, but I don't know any German sailing ships. Let me try to think. Let's see. Let's see. German sailing ships. Oh, there's Paloma. Oh, I have a nice name for this. I don't know if there's two names I'm looking at.
How does this look?
Oh, actually, three. So let's try the first one. Yes, this is where I want them.
One of my fastest deliveries
Alex.
yet.
Ander. Von. No, can't fit it. It's the Alexander von Humboldt the second. Add. Oh. No. What ship's this ship? This one looks interesting. Oh, that looks like a good one. I'm probably gonna mispronounce the name. Gorch? Bork? I don't know. It's an actual German ship, apparently. Tall ship, German Navy, built in 1985. So a little too old for this. Let's see if I can find one that's a bit older, maybe. Because that's a little, just personally, that's a little out of our age. Because this is the 1800s, right? Ooh, that's one that we could do. Yeah, sure, let's do that. It was made in 1853. The Isarbrook. So there's our flagship, all called up and titled up properly with the wonderful title of Isarbrook. Let's, on the side, we're going to continue doing the quest in here because we do get some stuff for a museum, which will be nice. So let's see, what items did she deliver? She delivered all the new ones that we bought, which is sort of nice. In fact, bison, like, that will help us so much when we get to that point. So let's start simply, just because I like having a clean canvas to build with. I want to get rid of all the trees. I will add trees later. Trees will definitely come later, believe me. But in the beginning, when I'm like planning everything out, I do want a clean slate. So looking at this, we have spun out. There we go. So we have some spotted islands here. Here's the mainland chunk, which does do this. But I do sort of see like a natural barrier right here, like just this natural barrier. Also, natural barrier right here. It's probably gonna force us to cut away and go to this here soon. But oh, yep, there it goes. Right on cue. Let's just skip this because it's nothing too exciting. It's just talking about an old friend of Nate. Let's turn this on, get some extra scrap, that will help, maybe get the N8 DAR or some other potentially useful items. Let's work on that. So I'm trying to figure this out. So let's say,
this is the journal of my father's
yeah, you sail back up here. So let's say, this is what I normally do. I'm gonna look into this. So if we draw a road, because I'll use these as walls because these are cheaper, there's no clean way to get from there to there. So we could do an indentation, or we could do that, or we could do that, which, I mean, we could just do that and then say, okay, so there we go. Okay. We don't have engineers yet. Well, basically what I'm saying is, here's our oil harbor. Comes up. Here's will be of all of our factories. So let's put that, actually, let's draw that out. So here's the factory line. Everything north of this is all factories. Just all of this factories. Now let's cut that off. So here's our factories region. All of this, right? Here's one of the farming regions with a slight cutoff here for some minor industry. So farms. All of this will also become farms. Or we could put like investors up here, but they seem too remote to do anything. Like if I look at it, they're fairly remote. So we're pushing them out of the way. So probably just keep that as all as farms. Industry continues to probably about this river. So all this is industry right here at this river. I'll indicate that with a tree line. All of this becomes, I don't know yet. To be determined. And then, alrighty, so now we leave with this. Houses. All of this houses. Like this, the main population area is what I'm thinking. Main population area is just this huge chunk right here. All of it is just homes. Then these are like small cutout islands of homes. Like, I don't know, like scholars. Let's take that because that's a special population. scholars might go on these islands, or some other minor things, or maybe some like the like the Skyline Tower, the Iron Tower, the World Fair. All those things might go here. Stuff might go here as well, and then Docklands here. Because normally, what I can do is I can get away with fitting all the modules. So we get max attractiveness. Well, all modules connected, so we get max attractiveness in this one harbor area. Because if I can do that, that clears up all of our other harbor space just to, mess around a little bit with. Have that fun. We do have to sacrifice a tile here, which I'm not that a few tiles there, which I'm not the happiest about, but it's tolerable at best. But let's start some minor planning here. We can get away with the module there. Like if we start planning now, it's pretty. It's typical. I'm not gonna really care if the modules line up perfectly because I just have this slight thing where maybe if the modules don't line up perfectly, it's okay. Because what I'm looking at is if it increases density and they don't line up perfectly. Okay, increases density, so I'll take it, right? Oh no, so I don't know where to put those, but that's our start. Okay, next up, so we already know scholars will go here. Actually, I want to send some more items over here, so because there was some extra items that we had that I wanted to send up here from this region, like this thing. No. Bakery and public mornings. I don't currently have a need for those. Throw that item overboard, please. Take her and send you off to Berlin. You trade, because I know we're gonna need it, wood. Ship you off to Berlin. Yep. So that's all I'm going to take from that sector. Or region. Now, it's not sectors anymore. It's a weird adjustment. One thing I'm going to look is we have another 54 minutes of that. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do, slow the game down. For planning purposes. So, I'm trying to process this all. So this guy's probably going to be here, not down the middle, but let's say off to the side right here. So we can create a set grid. So here is like the main avenue. This is the center road. We'll have our rails coming down through here. This is where I'm going to turn on blueprint mode because it's going to get expensive. So there we go. We're going to have rails coming down those two. So we have two rails. That's like our center part. That's our stem to the tree. Yeah, it's just the stem. Stem of our tree. Oh, wow. It's taking a while to place all those trees. Anyways, so that's the center line. It's not centered, but it's the center of, like, operations, if you must. So, I know I'm going to want to put scholars here on this larger island. So to get started with, this probably will end up getting removed. Let's plan out a city here. The reason I'm going to do this on camera, to be honest, to be blatantly honest, I would not normally do this all on camera. I would do this all off and just let it all run through a time lapse. But I want your guys' feedback on this in particular because this will eventually become a very highly detailed city and a highly cared for city and a highly it won't be just any city. If it was just any city, I wouldn't be making an entire series about this, right? So, yeah, we're going to also spend a lot of our time focusing on the small things. Like, I think you'll see it later. Actually, you already start to see it in the old world. When there were these one-tile gaps like this, I put trees. Cost me a lot of money, because the trees I like to use are very expensive. $70 or $75 a tree. That's per tile. If it's one on tile. Like, they get a little expensive. I think that should be like the rough center. That works, right? So in our center-ish, right? It's sort of our center. It's as close as I can get, really, right now. Is I want to have our main services, which will include a few things. So eventually we'll have a variety theater here. Town hall, no. Alrighty. So I am gonna do, this is gonna become a very weird road network now that I'm looking at it. This is gonna be a very weird road network with how I have this laid out. So actually here, by how I do stuff, we would have to place it there, then square that off. And then really just start filling this stuff in. So I can't square that unless I want to spend 40 wood, which is sort of aggravating. Because I would normally, square that off, make it all clean, but no. The game says no, so I can't today. Why would the game say yes? Why would the game agree with me? Oh, I can't get those 3 houses in, sorry. Alrighty. So if we look at this, this is just with dirt roads. This isn't with bricks yet. We do have decent coverage. It's not good coverage, it's decent coverage. So I will keep it like that. I will take this. It looks decent. I wouldn't say it looks the best. I could definitely do some minor improvements, but it works. Here will be the connection to our city. And at every connection point, or main connection point like this one, this connects the entire island. It's going to cut through like this just because it looks cool. So on this side, we're putting just a slight line of trees. So actually, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is around these edges of the river, put trees. Which is where most of these things are. Also, what I'm going to do is if it's on an edge, like these, do this. So there's only one tile, so it's enough. It's enough to reach the house. But it, sort of saves us that road, allows us to put some more trees there and, tidy the area up the ever so slightest bit. It doesn't really make a difference, but it will make a slight difference. Like there, I can put 2 trees there. So, yeah, so let's just put some quick trees around the edge of the island, right? Trim those out. And yes, I know I'm blueprinting all this because I do that on purpose. Really, because if I don't, I'm gonna end up placing all this, then not liking something. Let's just put trees. Let's just fill this all in with trees for now. We will end up changing it later, but why is it not destroying these? Just destroy the tree. It's not that hard. Alrighty. How much will this cost to build? $45,000. We have plenty of money if we do that. Alrighty, so that doesn't look... it doesn't look terrible. To be honest, it does not look terrible. It's going to all eventually become larger houses. So I'll keep it like that for now. So that's our first little housing area. Now here's where this is going to come in useful. I haven't put all the stuff in, but this little sheet that you now see on your screen, let's move it into the center now. Actually, no, let's just make it bigger. Let's leave the game in the background. But there we go. So now, you have this sheet I've made. So what we're going to do is, I don't have the farmer section done yet, but on the work section, it shows even better. So let's say we have I don't know. We have 150 worker residences and 0 artisan residences. Math is messed up. Wait, what? Quotient of M? That. I thought. No. That's weird. Oh, because it's... Okay, I'll fix that later. But what it's going to do is say, hey, I want to have... I don't know what's a good number. Let's just say 6 slaughterhouses that have power. We don't have power yet, but that have power. And let's say for some reason I'm miraculously really nice to my people. Let's give them minus 50% working conditions. This is not applicable. Oh no, this is to the pig farms. So it's actually no. Let's just say yeah. No, pig farms. Yes, yes, they have a silo. Not applicable, and there's no items. So we are now supplying 300 worker residences or 6,000 workers, and we're making 12 sausages per minute. This is actually surprisingly useful. The most useful one I found so far is the beer calculation. If you ever played this game, you know beer. This little guy right here is a fairly complicated production. Not complicated, but the math's a little complicated. You know, it's the ones where the math gets a little complicated. Like it's like brewery. You have 2 breweries that you need 1 malt house, 2 grain farms, and 3 hop farms. Or weapon factories and steelworks are the other 2 really complicated, not really complicated ones, but complicated ones. So that's what this is. I will be using this throughout our game. I'm just going to hide the sheet now. But that is what I will be using. I will, once I have finished it, no. In the description of this video, there will be a link to that spreadsheet that you can use. It will be a shared link, so you have to create a copy of it. It will have the last update date on it, but every time there's a new release of the video, it probably has been updated. So yeah, that's our plan, you know. This video was really just getting to Cape and exploring the plan. If you guys have any thoughts on the plan and want to share them, please do. This is going to be a very long series. Do note that. We are also going to explore quite a lot in this series. So, like this little design right here, it might not be the same when you come back next episode. I might have built more stuff here, but that'll all be covered in the beginning of the episode. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment down below. So see you guys in the future episodes. Goal is 1 a week. Might do more than that though. So yeah, see you guys later. All right, bye.